I've wanted to make one of these videos for quite a while, and since Jerry was elected, I kind of have the opportunity to. So this is how to make money in Hypixel SkyBlock in the current meta. So I've got 11 mil to my name, so I'm not the best, but I mean I have 2 livid daggers, one with one for all. I have decent stuff. First thing, never open Jerry boxes. You almost never make profit, and you should always keep them until after Jerry is gone, because they got up to like 400,000 coins for a green Jerry box before Jerry came into office. So you should keep them. If you need some quick money, just sell it. I mean, one of these goes for an easy 200,000, so, I mean, yeah. I'm not gonna say that farming potatoes is necessarily the best idea for money, because one enchanted potato goes for 39,000, so it's not the best way to make money, but I personally like it because it gets money and it gets XP, and I hate farming carrots for some reason, so yeah. I prefer just to farm this. If you're going to farm, get an elephant. This is an absolute must. Getting farming 50 won't really matter if you don't have an elephant. And if you're gonna get farming 50 anyway, like me, you might as well just, get farming 50 and get money at the same time. Secondly, you want potato hoe and rancher's boots. I can't stress this enough. You need the hoes that are made for it. Just like carrot, you need the Goss carrot hoe. For pumpkin, you need the dicer. For melon, you also need the dicer. For cane, you need the turn cane. You get the idea, right? You need these things in order to succeed in farming. And the reason why I bring farming into the equation, so getting combat XP, getting farming XP, getting mining XP, but you have to mine ores, will spawn Jerry's if Jerry is elected. It gets you a good amount of money. Last night during the mining fiesta, I was able to get a solid like 5 mil off of like 2 hours of playing it because I got tired. Oh, see, here's the Jerry. This just gives you Jerry boxes, and now I have 400k just sitting there. If you're gonna farm potatoes, I do recommend making hot potato books, because more people are going to buy that, and you really want to do solo orders. But if you don't want to make hot potato books, it's perfectly fine just to do enchanted baked potatoes and sell them to Bazaar through sell order, and you get a decent amount of coins. For a fully infinite farm, you need 3.5 layers of potatoes, and that goes for carrots as well, and wheat. So that's just something to think about. Really, all you want to do is just grind Jerry's, because Jerry's will get you so much money. I recommend, if you plan on doing slayers, get a Jerry Shingun, because a Jerry Shingun will get you your slayers done much faster. I mean, wolf already takes forever, so might as well try and speed it up. It takes about 1.5 minutes per slayer, which is very slow. So the main crops that I recommend farming are carrots, cane, and wort. I do not recommend farming wort until you get to farming 40, because farming 40 just gives you a shit ton of drops, really. Farming 50 and farming 60 are obviously better, but the amount of time you're going to put into it, if you're not already planning on getting farming 50, then just get farming 40 and then start farming wort. Another thing, if you want to build a farm, make sure to use the builder's wand. It's 3 mil and it'll be worth your time. Just farm up, or just get 3 or 4 mil and just build your farm. With cane, it's probably the most tedious farm to do, because there is no baskets of seeds or whatever for cane. You have to place your cane by hand, so if that's not something you really want to do, then I don't recommend doing cane. Instead, do something like carrot. But since baskets of seeds are disabled, I recommend just farming in the farming islands or fishing or mining at this point in the game that this is directed to. Really, all you need to do is just actually put effort into the game. I mean, you can see that I'm just holding down S and holding down left click, and I mean, this will get me so much money, and Kane is even more mindless. You just have to press A and S until you come to a complete stop with an angle of your mouse, and now you can just switch between A and S, and you can farm for ever, really. As long as you have an infinite farm, you can just sit there and farm for like 12 hours if you wanted to. Which brings me to my next point. Do not burn yourself out with farming. I did this on my other profile, and it was very bad for monetary gain because I proceeded to not farm, and farming in this stage of the game is meta for getting money. I'm not sure what it is late game. It's probably like running floor 7s, or actually probably at master mode floor 3, but I think like late game it's floor 7s, and then end game it's master mode 3. I recommend having a Hyperion and full storm for floor 7. That way you can clear fast, and make sure to have like an actual team, not just people off the party finder. I cannot stress this enough. It'll slow you down so much. I would be doing floor 5s right now to drop Shadow Assassin chestplate, because currently the one that I have, which I can't show you because it's the freaking wardrobe, the one that I currently have is almost completely maxed out. I think it just doesn't have Fumings and the old enchant. Something I cannot stress enough: participate in mayor events. You don't know how much money you can make just by participating in a fishing festival or in a mining fiesta. Oh. Did my game crash? Did my game really just crash? So, since my game crashed, I guess it would be appropriate to talk about minions since I'm already up here. Before we talk about that though, can you please subscribe? It would help me so much, and now that I'm kind of getting back into the groove of making videos, you should genuinely expect me to be putting out 3 to 4 videos every month. So, if you want to see more content like this, subscribe. Okay, so before my game crashed, I was talking about mayor events. So, mayor events are, from Jerry, you get the mythological, or from Jerry you get one of everything. So with Jerry you get one of every single mayor event. So since that one is Diana currently, and it'll be that for about 6 hours, I think, I recommend doing the Diana event. You'll get a decent amount of money, so that's a good idea. If you get coal, mine. Mining is such a good skill to level up because, you know, you need to apply a reforge. You can even sell buying reforges. So really it all just depends on what you want to do. Do you want to make a lot of money? Sell applying Withered to people's items, sell applying Fabled and stuff. It's really just, it's a worthy investment, and I recommend getting it. Speaking of mining XP, snow minions, get hamster wheels. Do not, and I cannot stress this enough, do not get lava buckets unless you plan on getting magma buckets. Magma buckets are not worth it, and they are not as good as hamster wheels. I spent, I think, about 1.2 mil on hamster wheels for all of my minions, and now this gets shortened down to 4.3 seconds, this gets shortened down to 16 seconds. I recommend getting clay minions, but at the same time I also recommend getting snow minions. Snow minions are way better than clay minions. Like, by so much. Even if you did level this up to tier 11, it still won't be completely worth it, and you most likely will not get your money back. Do not level clay minions all the way up to tier 11. That's just, don't. Unless you're not going for money, in which case, why are you using clay minions? If you want fishing XP, get fishing minions, which is exactly what this is, because my co-op cannot stand fishing, and I do not blame them. Fishing is very, very, very boring. And in order to use a phantom rod or a soul whip for farming ghost, you need to be fishing 28 or fishing 21, and that's not great. Fishing 25, you want to get to that, because then whenever the Jerry event comes by, the Christmas event, you can Yeti fish, and if you get a Yeti, you are fucking set, alright? If you drop a Yeti, that's an instant 20 mil. That'll pay for literally your entire setup for fishing once you get to farming 25. So I genuinely recommend sitting through the 6 to 7 hours of fishing just to get a Yeti pet. That it'll be completely worth your time. And if there's a farming contest, participate in farming contests. Participate in all events. If you can participate in the event, you need to do it, because there is absolutely no reason not to. It may be boring, I got it, but at the end of the day, it will get you so much money, it is not even funny. I think that's all for this video. I think I've covered everything that I needed to cover, just for money tips, or really it's more progression tips, because money is not everything in this game. I know, it's surprising. Money is not everything. You can have a shit ton of money, but that will not give you the satisfaction of getting a Nocron's handle. That will not get you the satisfaction of getting a Hyperion. If you buy it, it will feel worse. So I recommend grinding for everything. Unless it's a Shadow Assassin chestplate, 4 or 5 suck.